In this first example video on algebraic fractions, we're looking to simplify the following a and b expressions here. So if we start with a first, what we've got is 27x to the 5y cubed over 9x to the 4y. What I'm going to do here is treat this in three different parts. I'm going to treat this as 27 over 9, x to the 5 over x to the 4, and y cubed over y. So first, ignoring the x and the y variables here and just treating this as 27 over 9, 27 over 9 would simply give us 3. Now dealing with the x here, so x to the 5 over x to the 4. We know from our basic laws of indices here that when we're dividing with the same base, we just subtract the powers. So that's x to the 5 minus 4. That's x to the 5 minus 4. And we'll simplify these in a second. And then we finally got y cubed over y. And again, just using our basic laws of indices here, this gives us y to the 3 minus 1. And simplifying this expression then, we obtain 3 to the x, 3x to the power 1, and then we also have y squared here. Okay, and obviously this 3x to the 1, we'd just write that as 3x y squared. So that's our solution there for part A. And part B then, definitely more complicated than part A. We also have this fraction here in the numerator, which complicates things a tad. So first what I'm going to do is multiply through numerator and denominator by 3x. So we want to get rid of this fraction here in the numerator. So if we multiply through by 3x, we get 2 times 3x, 6x, and 1 over 3x times 3x would give us 1. So our numerator now is 6x plus 1. And remember, we must also multiply the denominator by 3x. So 6x squared times by 3x, that will give us 18x cubed there. And then x times by 3x, well, that's going to give us plus 3x squared. So what we've done now is we've got this into a form that we can work with and now start simplifying. Here, what we're going to do first is just factorize numerator and denominator. So if we factorize the denominator here, well, in this case, if we look at this, I can factor out a 3x squared here. So we've got a 3x squared. And now all we need to do is think about what goes in this bracket. Well, in this case, what do I times 3x squared by to get 18x cubed? Well, that's simply going to be 6x. And then what do I times 3x squared by to get 3x squared? Well, in that case, that's simply going to be 1. And now, the numerator, here, 6x plus 1, well, we can't do anything further with that. It's already in its simplest form. So we just write that out again. And now what we do notice here is we have a common term in the numerator and the denominator. And that's this 6x plus 1. It's common to the numerator and the denominator, so we can just simply cancel. So we cancel that 6x plus 1 with that 6x plus 1 there. What that simply leaves us with is 1 over 3x squared. And that gives us the solution there to our first example. In this second example video on algebraic fractions, we're looking to multiply algebraic fractions and simplify fully. And in this example here, we can see we've got 3x plus 6 over 5xy times by x over x plus 2. And remember, when multiplying algebraic fractions, we simply treat this as a regular fraction. We multiply the two numerators together and we multiply the two denominators together here. So multiplying across here, what we're simply going to obtain is x lots of 3x plus 6. And in the denominator here, we're going to get 5xy times x plus 2. So 5xy times x plus 2. Now here, we want to simplify this fully if we can. So we need to do a bit of work here to get this into a form where we can cancel common factors here within the numerator and the denominator. So the first thing I notice here is this 3x plus 6, well, we can actually factor a 3 out of that by writing 3x plus 6 as 3 lots of x plus 2 there. Okay, so we can bring that 3 out here with the x. So in that case, we can write this as 3x bracket x plus 2 here, all over 5xy x plus 2. Now in this case, we look at our numerator and our denominator and see if there's any common factors. And we can clearly identify here, we have an x plus 2 in the numerator and an x plus 2 in the denominator. So we can cancel those terms. So we cancel those appropriately. And what we're left with here is 3x over 5xy. And 3x over 5xy, well, we can actually cancel again here. Notice we've got an x in the numerator and we've got an x in the denominator here. And as these are just products, this is 3 times x and this is 5 times x times y. It's absolutely fine to cancel those terms there. So we can cancel that x with that x there. And that simply leaves us with 3 over 5y there as our solution for that example.